Hello and welcome back to Math and Tea, the show where we talk math and drink tea. I'm your host, Professor Joseph Van High. This episode's going to be a little bit shorter than usual. I'm recovering from a cold and my nose is kind of all stuffed up. If you're not an academic yourself, but you hang out with us crazy fools often enough, you probably hear us say some pretty strange sounding things on occasion. Okay, maybe a lot. For instance, you might hear a conversation that goes a little bit like this. Hey, sorry, I can't make it out to the game night tonight. My sister's coming over and we're going out to dinner. You're an only child. Oh, no. I mean my academic sister. If you hang out with us long enough, you'll probably hear us refer to academic sisters and academic brothers and academic parents and academic grandparents and academic children. What does it all mean? It all comes back to PhD advising. If you get a PhD, then your advisor is your academic parent. Now, I'm not quite certain where this terminology started up from, but there is a joke that people tell that when you're working on your dissertation, you get to know your advisor even better than you get to know your own parents. Maybe that's why. All of the other definitions of this academic family extend from the first one. So your academic grandparents are your PhD advisor's PhD advisor. Your academic children would be the students whose PhDs you have advised. Your academic sisters and brothers would be students who have had the same PhD advisor that you did, and so on. In math, we have the Mathematics Genealogy Project, which seeks to trace the academic ancestry of every mathematician back in time as far as we can, or at least back to the point where it's so different from nowadays that it doesn't really make sense to talk about PhD advisors anymore. I hopped onto the Mathematics Genealogy Project recently to take a look at my own family history. So, for example, I had two PhD advisors, Kevin Ford and Florin Boca. The two of them are my academic parents. Before I graduated, Kevin Ford had 4 other students, Yong Hu, Sun Kim, Demetrius Koukalopoulos, and Jason Sneed. All 4 of them are my academic siblings. For Florin, however, I was his first and so far only student to have graduated, so I'm the only name listed under his in the MGP. We typically extend the definition of academic sibling or academic children to students who haven't yet graduated, provided they're actually working on their PhD. However, these names don't get recorded in the MGP until they do. Now, just as with anyone looking at their family history, it can be, fun to go back in time and see not only who was there, but what they did. So for instance, for me, if I go through Kevin Ford, his advisor was Heine Halberstam, his advisor was Theodor Esterman, then Hans Rademacher, then Konstantin Kara-Theodori, Hermann Minkowski, Karl Lindemann, Felix Klein, and that takes us all the way back to 1868. If I do the same going back through Florin's legacy, I have, Sorin Popa, Voiculescu, Foios, Niculescu, Montel, Borel, Lebesgue, Darboux, and Chollet, which again takes us back to the late 1800s. And looking back over this lineage, it's funny to see how there have been problems that have been passed on from advisor to student and advisor to student over and over again for about 150 years. For example, one of the major topics I work on these days is normal numbers, which were first studied by Emile Borel over a century ago. And Borel was my ancestor about 6 generations back on Florin's side. So the next time you find yourself conversing with an academic, ask them about their academic family. Maybe they know a lot and they can tell you a funny story, or maybe they don't know so much and you'll inspire them to go find out more. Anyways, that's all for now because I'm out of tea and I still have a cold. Bye.